3-minute intro?
It's a 3-minute intro.
Okay, good. Go for it.
Wait, quiet. Now, hey
we are
everyone.
live. Living Light RV from inside of Bessie.
Yes, we are. And it's winter throughout everywhere that all of our RV friends are.
Well, most of them. Not everywhere.
Not everywhere.
It's not cold in Arizona and California, but some of you went to Texas.
Too early. 2 weeks too early out here.
We will definitely be talking about that, you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. And yeah, we're Kent and Lisa. We're Living Light RV.
We are.
And we
grabbing
got
life by the tail. We got lots of stories to share with you. What would you like?
Got an intro to play?
I can play the intro. Sure. Hello.
Alrighty. We just want to welcome you all here. Special welcome to
Art of RVing.
Art of RVing. We've got Ian and Sharon here from Econobox Cafe.
John Chalker.
We got John Chalker was the first one in the room, so nice to see you, John. And we've got a whole bunch of other people. We've got Christina G. She waves hello.
Excellent.
We've got Thomas Maher Jr. from Bartlett, Tennessee, outside of Memphis. I would love to go to Tennessee.
Well, no, because it's 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, nobody wants to go to Tennessee.
And Mel and Nettie are here. Nice to see you guys. I'm sure you know all about winter and
Ed
cold
Stewart Jr.
and snow. Yeah, we got X Marks the Spot are here. Hey guys, hopefully everyone is warm and safe. Tombstone, Arizona was fun today. Yes, we are warm enough. We are safe enough.
Yeah.
And Tombstone, Arizona sounds fantastic. We would love to go there sometime.
Hey,
there's so many places to visit.
I know Greg had some tips for those that are in the winter, but he missed a couple.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Greg from Days Great Adventure?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
And one that he missed is make sure you have a full facial hair. You know,
that'll keep you warmer.
You know, I know Greg already got that, but he didn't mention that one.
Exactly. We've got Bridget is here. Bridget Machida. Nice to see you, Bridget. And we've got MJM. Oh, I was going to wear her socks tonight. I totally forgot. MJM, she knitted us hand-knitted socks. Thank you so much. They are super cozy, super warm. So there's another tip for you. For winter, if you're cold, get a fabulous friend who knows how to knit, and she'll make you some socks.
Are we broadcasting properly? Because something just changed.
Oh, are we broadcasting? Hopefully
Says so.
We're still out there.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good there. What's going on? Let me just check.
7-7. Crepo is in the room. He says, hey guys, RV Media Creators, nice to see you. Garrett is here. And if you guys ever have, you're doing a YouTube channel or you've got there and you're a full-time nomad, go ahead and contact Garrett at RV Media Creators because he's a jack of all trades. He also does RV repair. So he's RV repair tech thing.
I lost a screen on here and I'm like, what just happened technically? Exactly. I'm the technical guy. Error. YouTube not receiving enough video. What? Okay, let's just move this up.
John Chalker in Connecticut is going to have 6 to 8 inches of snow tonight. And I know down in Central Texas, they're expecting, I watched Greg and Shelley's video from Days Great Adventure. You guys go and check that out. I don't have the link, so if one of my moderators can grab the link for Days Great Adventure, that would be fantastic. They did a video on surviving winter when you're really not expecting it. I mean, their whole lifestyle as full-time RVers is to chase 70.
And they survived winter by getting hit with winter.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did a great video. So go and check that video out as well. Yes, MJM, she says, glad we got our slippers. Yes, we did.
You know, we did. Mine were being worn until yesterday. Yes. So thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I think I got everybody.
Yay.
If I missed you, I'm sorry. It's really hard to do live chatting with you guys. Yes, I said hi to them. Good to see you guys. And yeah, just trying to put it all together is kind of a multitasking feature. But anyway, thanks you guys for hanging out with us tonight. We are going to talk about winter. We're going to talk about RVing in the winter. I know we did a video, our last live stream was actually talking about winter, so we're going to follow up with some of the stuff that we've already done to prepare for winter. Talk about what qualifies as a winter.
Well, yeah.
And then, hang on.
And what that means...
Hang on.
Okay.
Later, we're going to talk about plans for the summer, for the spring.
Yes.
And kind of bring you guys into the loop with all of that. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Bob. There's different kinds of winter. There is the winter where it comes down with wet snow and it's heavy and it gets really thick really fast and it's a mess. Yeah. Okay. And you basically there's a lot you can't do.
Hi, Scott and Janet.
It blocks everybody. The roads just... It doesn't work. And then there's the dry winter, which lots of parts that I've lived in Canada get, where it's winter for months. Yes. Sort of like the witch from Narnia moved in and won't let Christmas come through. That kind of winter.
Yeah.
But it's dry winter. Okay. The snow comes down lightly.
Yeah.
And it can accumulate.
It's usually colder.
But you can stop on it.
Yeah, it's not as slick.
It's interesting. I came from, grew up in Vancouver, went to live in Alberta, and the surprising thing is you're on snow and ice. Am I talking too loud?
No, Diary of a Family just says nice mountain man look.
I like it. And you go to stop, and you're thinking, I'm just going to skid right through that intersection, and you stop, and everything's fine. And you're like, wow, this is weird because I'm on ice and snow.
The dog needs to get through. Hang on. Okay,
Daphne. The dog always gets a little nervous when we start talking to nothing.
I know. She's like, you guys are so weird. There's nobody here and you're just talking to the window. Alrighty.
You can't make a snowman when it's dry winter. I know.
That's exactly right. It's not
now,
wet snow.
I have experienced...
Thanks, Melanetti. There's the link for Days Great Adventure.
Thank you. Yeah, and Diary of a Family put something up there too.
Did they? Okay.
They put a link up there too.
Oh, good.
Okay. I have experienced when it is minus 50 and you can take a thermos, boil water, pour it into that thermos, walk outside to your front porch down 10 steps, throw it in the air, and everything comes down crystalled.
It is so amazing. Now, it does not get that cold here on the coast.
No.
That's more the rest of Canada.
At minus 30, it won't work.
Yeah, so...
And it has to be hot water because it crystallizes faster for some strange reason. I don't know why.
Now, I don't have my converter with me. I could probably find it on Google.
We have a converter over there.
But if one of you guys could find out what is the conversion between minus 12 Fahrenheit and what is that in Celsius? Because Greg from Days Great Adventure said that when he woke up the other morning, it was minus 12 in Texas as a wind chill.
Didn't he say wind chill of 1?
No, it was wind chill of minus 12.
Oh, minus 12
Which I'm thinking
Fahrenheit.
is going to be pretty cold.
Okay.
So, anyway.
That's got to be... I'm going to guess.
Okay, what's your guess? For Celsius. Minus 12 Fahrenheit.
Minus 20.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be. Well, minus 40 is the same.
Yeah. So maybe minus 24.
Maybe.
Somewhere in there.
Maybe. Something like that. Anyway.
We're watching.
It's been cold in Texas. We are feeling sorry for you guys. I hope that you guys are safe. I hope everybody is warm enough and that your pipes aren't totally frozen and that everything is going well for our friends who are down there in Texas.
Bridget, wouldn't that make everything more slippery?
What does she say?
That sounds scary.
But the Aurora, yes, that's amazing. Had a bubble machine once that made frozen bubbles. I had them all over the porch for a few hours. Oh, that would be super fun. That would be awesome. Yes, the Aurora Borealis is absolutely gorgeous. We don't see it from here because we're just a little too far south, and there's a ton of light pollution.
Not
we're
here.
Too close to the city.
I can't even take a 4-minute picture with Google night scene.
Yeah.
There's too much brightness.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Ian
minus 25 is what Ian put down.
Yeah, Econobox Garage.
You guys sounds correct.
Check out Econobox Garage. In fact, actually, if all of our moderators right now want to go ahead and put their links to their YouTube channel, their Instagram, whatever your social media preference is right now, go ahead and do that. We want to give a huge shout out and a thank you to our moderator.
Yes.
I think I need coffee. Lisa needs coffee.
I have water.
Cheers. Let's break. Anyway, we love our moderators. Thank you guys so much for making this a safe place for us to hang out and to just not even have to worry about the creeps. You guys just take care of all that. We are so grateful for that, as well as you putting all of the links in that we just randomly asked for in the middle of a live chat.
Okay.
Hold on. Yes, Econobox Garage. Check his channel out. He is building rebuilding, I guess, from scratch, like all the way down to the bare metal.
Well, he's not. Okay,
so
he's restoring.
Cute. That's the word.
That's the word.
Can you tell we're not really car people?
Yeah.
It is a Bug-Eye. So Bug-Eye Sprite. So it's a really cute car. He's always been into Festivas and Econobox cars. So
and UK product.
Yeah, definitely check out his channel if you're at all into cars.
What's surprising?
Even if you're not, it's
he can source parts. So that's the cool part. Mm-hmm. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. This is us when we were at Lake Medina in October. Well, there's 3 of us there. Is that Daphne with us?
No, it isn't, dear.
No, it isn't, dear. Okay, now this is Lake Medina from 2 days ago.
Yep, that's Mel and Nettie's Jeep. Your poor Jeep. I was thinking, Mel and Nettie, I was thinking about your Jeep looking like that and how both your Jeep and Ruby can commiserate now because they've both experienced snow. It's
like
these poor vehicles.
What the HE double hockey sticks is that?
Exactly. So, yeah, it's super fun. Alrighty, Thin Blue Lane RV Life, welcome here. Nice to see you guys. Thanks for joining and saying hi to everybody. That's fantastic. I love this community. I love that you guys just chat with each other in the chat box, and it's like when you're at a party and there's like all these different conversations going on.
Okay.
So keep it up.
People asked us if the skirting that we did on the rig.
Yes. Let's do some follow up here.
The right skirting for the right situation, and did it work?
Now, if you didn't see that video, go ahead and check out. Was it just last week's Thursday video?
Don't we usually say, check it out up there?
Check it out up there.
But that won't work because we're on a live stream.
I think it was last week's video. We talked about putting the skirt on. And here's the other thing. Winter around here lasted for about 2 weeks, which is about 10 days longer than we expected.
Yes. That's the problem, okay? You look at the weather report and go, okay, we got 4 days of problem. Yeah. And 4 days turns into...
Yeah, so we're really glad we did put the skirt on because it was tempting to say, we'll just ride it out. It's only a couple of days of freezing, but it actually ended up being a lot longer than that. So thankful we did the skirt, but was it really effective?
Okay, so we put together the skirt. It was attached on 3 sides with some bales of hay at the back because it was harder to anchor it down that way, and I'm like, I don't care. So I just wanted to have some level of different temperature under the rig, which did not happen because the wind picked up and was pretty stormy. And it blew for about 3 days at least. Mm-hmm. And everything around the yard was being blown around, including us.
Like the big wooden Adirondack chairs were moving around.
Yeah, they got all tossed.
Pushed over. So that's how much wind there was.
And did you ever hear it sound like a freight train coming through?
A couple of times.
Yeah.
It definitely sounded like that freight train. Wind in the trees, pushing everything around.
When the whole rig gets pushed like that, this girl in season 1 and 2 and 3.
Probably into season 3.
And then there was season
the first year.
4 with the tornado warnings.
So the first year for sure.
Yes. We're gonna die. It's that bad. And I'm
scared.
like, we're on a 5-ton truck. Like, the chassis on this thing is ridiculous.
Not to mention the extra ton of garbage and crap we have in here.
We put it, and we're in here. Like, so, and we're heavy. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought, we're not in that big of a danger. But it
still
sounds
feels and sounds
horrible.
bad. Yeah. Hang on. I want to say hi to, is it Minerva?
Easy for you to say.
Myrna. Nice to see you. They are in northern Quebec. They're living in their motorhome and doing great.
Excellent.
So at minus 35 degrees Celsius, but you're in a carport, so you don't have to worry about shoveling snow off your roof, which is a bonus. So I'm glad you're doing well, that you're staying warm enough. And you probably have some amazing RV tips for everybody, because you're really roughing it and toughing it out in the actual Canadian cold. We're cheating because we're over here on the West Coast.
That's right.
Welcome here.
We shrunk to where we could
Kathy
survive
Ott is here. She gives us a wave.
Hey, Kathy.
Back.
Good to see you. Hey, we'd like to come down to Arizona soon.
Thin Blue Lane RV Life. They're cheating for sure. They're in Florida, 74 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yep.
That's what we all planned on doing this winter.
I think there's so many RVs in British Columbia that we're getting underwater here, and I think Florida's the same.
Oh, really? Underwater?
Yeah, because there's so many RVs, it's just pushing it down.
It's too heavy.
Too heavy.
Exactly. All right. So, because of the wind.
So now, Lisa, we hear a freight train rush through the rig, and the whole rig goes like this.
Yeah.
Feels like a 7.0. And Lisa's like, should we be concerned? I say, no, we'll wait for a big wind to hit us. And Lisa's like, okay.
I think my biggest concern now is just having stuff hit the rig.
Yeah.
Like when the wind picks things up in the yard and then tosses it your direction, that could be more dangerous. But
where
nothing bad happened, so it's okay.
Where we are, we've seen trampoline move around the yard and actually go right over the road into the neighbor's yard a couple of times. But right now, it's dismantled, so we're safe. It's not going to hit us.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So winter is the big theme today.
Yes, it is the big theme. And
I got another tip for you.
She said my real name is okay. You're from Quebec, so I'm going to assume that the way you pronounce that is Michel. And that's usually a male name, right? Michel? As opposed to Michelle?
Could be.
Michel is different than Michelle.
Yeah.
Michael, Michelle.
Yeah.
My sister's name is Michelle, and she married a guy named Michael. So then she changed her name to Renee, which is her middle name.
Okay.
All right. Not that it has anything to do with anything, but whatever.
So when you're RVing in the wintertime, actually summertime also, and you have power and you have a microwave, you can heat one of these things up, and there you go. And
it's an oat sack.
2 minutes on high, and then you flip it over and make everything inside change, and then 2 more minutes. And wherever you put that, melts you.
But you said without power.
I said if you have power.
Okay.
I said if you have power.
You can't heat that up without power. If you don't have power, it's always a good idea to have a hot water bottle on hand, just in case you need to get really warm, get a bit warm, and you can have access to hot water on the stove. Pour that into your hot water bottle, and you're good to go.
Just to let you know, when it's minus 10 Fahrenheit, it is not a good time to pull out the Blackstone. I've tried.
Yes.
It doesn't heat up the same as it should.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm waiting. Then I'll use it.
The Art of RVing says this cold weather is so unnerving to us. Yeah, if you're not used to it, it can kind of
when you wake up in the morning and you're like, our water line won't work.
Yes.
You don't know what the problem is.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to discover what the problem is, and you're a little bit afraid.
Yeah.
Bridget asks what's in it. I believe it's oats.
It's just oats. Yeah. Oats.
This is a homemade one.
Sister made that one for us. So, but you can get the magic bags from like, I guess, do you guys have London Drugs down there?
Well, Carolyn's heating up a rice pack right now.
Rice pack. Yeah, you can make a rice pack.
Is that with pre-cooked rice?
No, don't have cooked rice in there. That's bad.
I've seen people that will buy...
Or popcorn.
I've seen people that will buy pre-cooked craft dinner.
Okay. I'm
like, okay. I know the recipe. I'm good.
Exactly. Alrighty. So all of that preamble to tell you that the skirt on the rig did not work at all while it was windy.
While it was windy, there was just too much air being pushed through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I can't secure it down like a sail when it's too windy.
Yeah.
You just roll it up. Mm-hmm. So what I did is I just let it go a bit. And then as soon as the snow started falling, I'm like, gotcha. I skirted at the bottom. What I did is I had a 2x4. I had the material through, and I put another 2x4 on top and screwed through it, and that put a base down. And all of a sudden, it got nice and warm there. And I actually put our block heater underneath our ceramic heater with the fan. And pretty soon, we were draining off the gray tank.
So when it's not windy, and we call it a cheap DIY skirt because it was just house wrap that we used to tape to the rig.
$40, $50.
It wasn't expensive, and it didn't do an amazing job. And if you were in really cold winter, it wouldn't really be very effective. But in mild winter without wind and a heater underneath, it worked really well.
Now, the tape that we used was the aluminum foil tape.
Yeah. Okay.
And that worked really good until it got below zero. Okay. And then when I tried to do some touch-ups, it didn't work very good at all. So do all of your prep before it goes sub-zero.
Before it actually gets cold. I just want to say hello to Justin and Christina's RV Van Life. We've got RV Underway and Over the Hill RV. You guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. It's so good to have everybody here.
Justin and Christina also have Mikhail.
Yes, they do. Yes, exactly. And they are in Quebec.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
And somebody asked us or told us that all of that gray duct tape on our rig is going to make a mess coming off. It's aluminum foil tape. It won't be a mess.
Yeah, it's not duct tape.
Yeah, there's no fabric. You know on how there's those strings in duct taping and it makes a mess? That's not this stuff at all.
Yeah. So we will let you know if it causes any damage to the outside of the rig. We just, as you saw in the video, we just did like spot taping. We didn't tape the whole thing all the way across just in case it does make a mess. Because
it's strong.
It is really strong once it's on there.
Yeah.
Like you said, you can't tape it once it's cold. But it stayed on.
And we're all back to full services now. So I just hooked up the fresh water and the sewer line. And our gray and black tank is all, we're all good.
So we're good. Because it's warming up now. We're above zero now, which is good. So
we made it through. Woo!
Yeah, that 10 days of winter is just too much.
10 days of winter, you wouldn't believe it. We thought our gray tank was going way past our capacity.
So with that foil tape, we will let you know if it leaves any residue or if it takes anything off. We don't have paint on our rig. We have just more of a fiberglass finish, which isn't really painted.
We have plans.
At this point, hang on. But my dad also used the same tape on his trailer, which is more painted. Like I said, more of a finish than ours, more of a smooth finish. So if he has any damage or if we have any damage, we will let you guys know. Because I know we've had a few people asking us if there's any damage when we use that tape.
So for the RV Show USA, just need to say that it was
in the house.
Pipe busting cold. Definitely. Actually, it got pretty as cold as it ever gets in this area of the country because of the wind. Mm-hmm. Okay, it got to about minus 20.
Yeah, hang on.
With wind.
Kev C is asking if we are in Alberta. We are from Alberta. That's our hometown, but right now we are in Vancouver, BC, in that area.
And minus 20 is warm in Alberta.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
So there you go. So yes, we survived well. That cold snap actually is finished now. It's turned to rain. What happens with a really cold spell in the Lower Mainland is it hits warm, wet marine air and brings down a lot of snow. So we've had a lot of snow too, but now it's all melting.
Yeah, exactly. Hello to Mel Reed and to Robert Webb. Nice to see you guys here. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We know Mel Reed, don't we?
Yep. Mel said, I lost the comment. Can you grab it?
Yeah, I can.
He said that they use 6 mil. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, you can find it.
Hey,
Hey, Mel.
6 mil poly and tuck tape with some styrofoam blocks. So hopefully that worked well for you guys, because I think they're in this area still.
Hey, everybody give up a big cheer for Mel Reed. They went full time at the beginning of December, end of November. I don't remember which week it was.
In the middle of the pandemic.
They planned it. They sold their place. They're full time.
They made it happen in Canada.
Yes.
Like, impressive, guys. They did great.
These guys have the guts.
Yeah. RVers,
and the glory.
RVers have guts anyway.
Yeah.
Like, we're kind of a tough lot, aren't we?
Yep.
Awesome. Sounds good. All right. We've got, just trying to grab some more comments.
There's a few.
Everybody's asking how Gus is doing from the Art of RVing.
Oh,
and they said you did not say hi to him, so he got his feelings
I did.
hurt.
No, I did say hi to Gus.
To RV Underway. RV Underway didn't say hi to him, so now his feelings are hurt.
Oh, I got it.
If you guys don't know who we're talking about when we're talking about Gus, you have to go check out the Art of RVing YouTube channel. It's just so much fun.
Yes.
Mark and Carrie has such a great time over there.
Yeah.
We haven't been watching enough YouTube videos lately. We really need to get more on watching, because you guys have such amazing creativity and so much fun, good sense of humor. It's a great thing for your mental health to just take a step away from all the ridiculousness that's happening in the world today and just have a binge night of YouTube. And I would definitely add the Art of RVing to that list of binge-worthy YouTube videos. So
yes.
If one of my moderators actually can go ahead and put a link to Mark and Carrie's channel, that would be fantastic, so everybody can follow them. And then you can meet Gus. He's not very nice.
Yeah, he's
I'll
got noodle legs.
tell you that much. Alrighty. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Who else have we got here?
And it's okay to dish it out to Gus, because he dishes it back.
Oh, he dishes it out first.
And second.
Yeah, and third.
Yes, right. And third.
Econobox Garage is from Calgary. Ian and Sharon say it's going to be 0 degrees this weekend. Almost t-shirt weather. Seriously, if it's just above 0 and it's been so cold, you just go outside and it's sunny and it's not windy and you're just like, oh, this feels fantastic. So yes, definitely t-shirt weather.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oh,
go ahead.
He does have a nickname, the Krabby Camper.
Yes, he is the Krabby Camper. That's right.
Now, I think Gus
says don't come to the Art of RV.
No. and I think Gus should meet Pearl and...
Oh, you put me on the spot. Who are you talking?
What's the guy from the RV Show USA?
Oh, yeah. Earl Pitts.
Earl Pitts. I think Earl Pitts and Gus
Pitts would probably have a wonderful
They should have it off.
Campfire.
Yes.
Can you even imagine?
Except Earl Pitts, I think he still says, don't leave your manners at home. I think Gus is good that way. I mean, Earl is that way.
That's what I say. I think they would be fire and ice. I don't think that they would necessarily get along, but they both have very strong
Pearl might say, break it up.
Yeah, Earl and Pearl.
Pearl. That's right. That's right.
Anyway, you guys, Days Great Adventures in the house. Welcome here, Greg and Shelley. We've just been talking about your channel and your videos about how to survive winter in a cold Texas location over at Lake Medina there. You guys did a great job on that video. I'm not quite finished it. I've got a couple minutes left to finish it up, but you're doing great. And yeah, you guys gave some really great tips for winter. And I liked one of your tips was to just have winter stuff in your storage bays, because you never know when it's going to sneak up on you. A winter coat, winter boots, maybe a toque or a scarf. It's just always a good thing to do. Now, if you don't have those things, if you've been traveling and following 70 for a couple of years, 3 or 4 years, you don't have those things, just take a quick trip to the thrift store and pick something up. Yep. Even if it's just for a few days, it'll be worth it, because then you can go outside and play.
Now in Texas, they didn't know this storm was coming.
And that's what I mean. Like you might not have.
It was so much of a problem that very few places had propane.
Yeah.
So you couldn't go out and buy the things that you needed.
Yeah, exactly. The wingman says, Earl Pitt says, you know what makes me sick? I can't do the accent, but it's so much fun. So yeah, definitely, I would say Mark from the Art of RVing and the wingman from the RV Show USA need to have a conversation and try and get those two characters together. That would be pretty fun. Alrighty,
could be dynamite.
Yes, Nancy loves Lake Medina because of the deer. The park is not great for large RVs. Oh, okay. Well, I know the deer are amazing. They're so beautiful out there.
Oh, the wrong one. Sorry. Oh, well.
Yeah, there you go. That's our Lake Medina moment. We never actually did RV down there. We cheated. We flew down and just stayed down there for a bit. But we can't wait to go to Lake Medina and just hang out for a bit.
Lake Medina is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No snowplows in Texas. That would definitely cause a problem. Yeah, I'd never even thought about that.
A couple fence posts strapped to the front of your bumper on your Cadillac. That could work.
Exactly. Ice fishing equipment. Yes, if you're going to RV in Canada in the winter, definitely bring your ice fishing. I actually have never ice fished. Have you gone ice fishing?
I don't like catching ice. I hauled up some ice before and I'm like, good. I don't like it.
That's right. It's easier to just make it in the freezer. Thin Blue Lane RV Life says we had deer trying to get into our RV. Well, we've had mice.
Okay.
And we've seen deer.
We've had deer mice.
There is such a thing as deer mice.
Yeah.
But I've never had a deer coming into my RV. Excellent. Alrighty. What else are we going to talk about?
What if you got a deer into the freezer?
Ah, there you go. Yeah. Then it's called venison.
There you go. That would work. I'll bet Greg would like that.
Exactly. Alrighty. So let's also talk about how do we recover from the cold. So after you have had all your...
So the cold snap has happened and you're like, oh no. How are we going to make everything back to right? Okay. So first of all, depends how bad you were...
Grassroots Living is in the house.
Oh.
And they said, how cold has your coldest night been where you are in Canada?
Oh, -20.
Coldest night was -20, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll say
that's
it probably wasn't quite -20. It might have been.
So that's close to
-10.
-12?
Everything was cold.
Yeah, I think Ian said -25 is -12 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
I feel like we should just have like flashcards.
I know.
Fahrenheit.
Sort of like the Olympics, Exactly. How'd they do? Well, on this side, on this side. Okay.
And welcome here, Dean and Schley. Nice to see you guys. All right.
It was cold enough for the neighbors to put up a temporary ice rink.
Yes, I know. That was funny. So the neighbors are putting up their ice rinks. They're getting it all set up. And we're getting ready to skirt. And we're like, well, maybe it won't really get cold enough to skirt. So one of us is going to lose. Either it's going to get cold enough for the ice rink or it's not.
Yeah, that's right. Hey,
and it did. So we're glad we skirted.
I grew up in the lower mainland here. And we used to go ice skating on the local pond. So that was before we had 3 million people all turning on furnaces all at once.
Yeah.
So it used to get colder for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
Well, not colder, but at least it got cold and stayed cold.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, there you go.
Exactly. Alrighty. So we're staying in Florida well into the middle of May, maybe longer. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Now I can't see. You change stuff. You're clicking.
Oh.
Shouldn't click buttons while we're trying to do this.
Hey.
You know what? Anyway, so we're going to talk about recovery. So I've said hi to everybody now. Go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, you want to have some water in your fresh tank. And you want your pump to be operable. Because when we were in Bryce Canyon... Bryce Canyon?
Yeah, it was Bryce Canyon.
Well, it wasn't the canyon because it was way up on top. It was high up there. And my pump wasn't going to work. It didn't work at all. It actually made a couple of groaning noises and that was it.
Yeah.
So we knew we had water, but we didn't have a pump. So we actually had bottles of water that we had pumped out the night or two before. So we could make our coffee and such. And then when we drove to go to Bryce Canyon and go to the parking lot, we parked in the sunshine. Mm-hmm. And that was fine. It recovered fine. So what we do, if you have electricity, we put a little round heater on top of our white tank where the water pump is. So that will make sure that recovers. And then usually I'll have to get outside the rig with a hairdryer on, and the pull valves, I actually have to put the heat on there for a good 20 minutes. So, or longer, depending on how cold it is. And if it's not actually warm enough to make those things melt, forget it. You're not going to get those things open.
So just wait till it gets warm.
You're going to have to wait, or... What I did in Drumheller is I actually got the 1-inch foam board, which you could actually, in an emergency, you can go get 4 pieces of foam board. And I foam boarded around a square around all of our plumbing underneath and then put a heater underneath there. And when it got to -18 and stayed there for 10 days, it was fine.
Yeah.
I put a heater under there. It was warm. I could drain the tanks anytime I needed to.
So John Chalker says to have some rock salt and shovels ready so that you can clear spaces, which is a great idea.
Yep.
If you're getting ice on your steps or in your kind of living space or whatever, and also if you need to dig yourself out if you end up getting iced in.
Yep.
And also Weekend RVing is in the house. Hello, and so is Adventures in Xanadu. So nice to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight.
Okay, what else?
For recovery?
For recovery. Because you need water, you need heat. I like to have, in case the power goes off, a buddy heater.
Oh, the buddy heater really did save our bacon.
Yeah, it did.
It got so cold that our electric heaters just didn't cut it. They didn't keep it warm enough. We had blankets everywhere. We did all the things that we're supposed to do, and we were still really, really cold. So the buddy heater...
We have a blanket right here that shuts off this area from that area, mostly.
Yeah.
So we can warm up one area more than the other.
It works well to do that. But even in this, we had like half the rig and all the blankets and 2 electric heaters, and we were still cold. So
put your toque on.
Bessie's not very well insulated. If you have a newer rig, you probably won't suffer like that for us. Like for us at -20, it was too cold. So the buddy heater totally saved our bacon. We just brought like literally a 30-pound, like the big propane tank.
Yeah, the 20 empty. So I had to bring in a 30. It's like, okay, that's big.
And we had heat for days. So yes, definitely have a non-power needed source of heat. So that's just always a good thing to have on hand no matter what. So.
Now, we were in California at a truck stop. We'd been at the bay the day, and then we drove to a truck stop, a small truck stop.
Yeah.
And we stayed overnight tucked in between trucks, and we didn't have any heater on. That was cold.
Yeah, that was cool. Okay, we got some pretty good comments here. Lots of rock stars in the house. Thin Blue Lane RV Life says, my wife is a furnace at night. Yes, I can relate because I get those hot flashes too. Yeah. The problem is they don't last very long. So
it's the like opposite
hot and cold, hot and cold.
Yeah, opposite of Elsa. Touch the wall and everything goes melts.
But if you do have a sleeping buddy, that does help because you can cozy up and stay a little bit warmer for sure.
How many people here have cooked bacon and then put maple syrup on it and had it go crispy? Because that's pretty good stuff.
77 Crepbo. Captain Kirk on Star Trek once was on a planet that was so cold that they took the
phasers out.
I totally missed the rest of the comment. It disappeared. The phasers out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where are we here? And they basically shot the rock until it got hot. That's hilarious. That's great. I mean, whatever it takes, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes. There we go. All right. Ed Stewart Jr. says Amazon has flexible heat wrap for pipes that work better than a heat gun, I believe. Oh yeah, for sure. If you can prevent stuff from freezing, it's way better than trying to thaw it out later. So a heat tape would definitely be a good option.
You know, guys, it's always easier, in my opinion, it's easier to RV when it's colder than you want it to be instead of hotter than you want it to be. It gives you more options.
You think so?
Yeah, because you can put more clothes on.
I disagree. I'd rather have it hotter.
Well,
because things stop working when it gets colder.
Things stop working when it gets hotter.
Yeah, but you can just go outside and suntan then.
What about Daphne?
Well, except the dog.
She'd
but
kill
that's
the
not
dog.
RVing. That's a dog thing. That's not
that's a dog thing. Okay.
F&T is in the house because the Maple Leafs game is over. Who won? Exactly. Yep. So minus 20 degrees Celsius is minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit from grassroots living. I wish we were there with you. I know. We miss you guys so much. We just have missed our friends. It's crazy.
Hey, Lisa, have you ever seen it snow in July?
Snow in July? Yeah, the first year we moved to Calgary, we had snow every single month that year, including July and August.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. Welcome to Canada.
Didn't last, but it came down.
Exactly. They phasered the rocks. Adventures in Xanadu. Dang, it's scary. I know that. Yes, please hit the thumbs up, you guys. That would be awesome. We appreciate your support. And if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll be notified every time we put out a new video.
We go live once in a while.
Exactly. Oh, New Beginnings with Booty and Cindy are here. Nice to see you guys. Welcome. They have a big comment here. Let's read it out loud. We had to change some plans due to a repair on the RV, but we continued on with our vacation. And today it was 34 degrees at 1 p.m. at our home in North Carolina and was 88 degrees here in Tampa, Florida. We left the cold. Yes.
Yeah, you got out. You escaped.
Good call. That's awesome, you guys. I'm glad you got away from.
I heard they were going to set up the army so you couldn't drive into Florida anymore. Like, wasn't that what they were saying?
Well,
anyways,
we hear things and then you don't really know if it's really happening.
Paratroopers, tanks, everything to make sure people can't get in
you guys
or out of Florida.
That's good.
Yeah, that's what I've been told. Maybe it's invisible.
Oh, Living the Silver Life is here.
Woohoo!
Hey guys, nice to see you. Wow, we got some pretty awesome people here. All our friends are hanging out. It's so good. Awesome. All right,
put it down.
So the next thing we want to talk about.
So recovery, let's see, do we get it all?
I think that's it.
Yeah. wait it out.
The other thing that we want to say is in the cold and in the snow, and even if it's raining and it's kind of yucky weather, go enjoy it as much as you can. Yeah. I know Greg and Shelley said, like, just go for a walk and appreciate the beauty of it, even if it's only there for a few days, or even if you're stuck in it for months and months and months, like you are in Quebec or in Ontario. Just try and get out there and enjoy it. We're planning on going and doing some winter hikes in the next couple of weeks.
You can get hit with a big storm, but the sun's going to come out.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to be able to go out.
Yeah.
So when it does, enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, I'll show you what it was like just a couple days ago. I took this, let's see. Yeah, about 3 days ago. There we are. We're back.
Can Do RV is in the house, and Mary Lou Grabowski came in to join us as well, probably because the hockey game is over.
Hey, I'm planning on doing a how to drone for newbies. Maybe I'll get Garrett to be a part of that with me. No, he's not a newbie. He's taught me how to do these things. And then also my brother-in-law, Steph. He's an expert also. And I'm the newbie. But I've gone out 100 times and flown my drone. And I've met a lot of people that have a drone that have flown it once or twice and don't know if... So I've encouraged some people to fly their drone. And yeah, I just like to go through some pointers on how to drone if it's your first time.
That would be fun. People would probably like that.
Even, who was it? Came down from Edmonton and met with us in Red Deer. Jim. So no, the bus driver.
Mary Lou says she was late because she's making supper, not because of the game.
The bus driver. Who was it?
Oh, you're talking about Jim.
Jim.
Yeah, exactly.
We were looking at the cave, and I said, hey, let me fly my drone up there. So I took my drone off, and within a matter of a minute, we were 20 feet away looking at the drone nice and close. And he's like, he needs one.
Justin and Christina's RV Life says that they have a curfew where they have to be home by 8 p.m. I'm sorry, you guys. That is a bummer for sure. Let's hope and pray that this whole virus thing just dries up and goes away, because it's
almost hilarious.
Way too much stress.
If it wasn't so personal and so much hardship, it sounds hilarious. It's like mom and dad say be home by 8.
Yeah.
It's like, what? I'm adults. I'm grown up now.
Wash your hands.
Yeah, behind your ears too.
Exactly.
That's how silly it sounds, but
there's I'll just leave it there. We're not going into that.
It just sounds silly in our day and age.
Exactly. FNT says, do you think being Canadian, we should have a 4 seasons rig? And you know what? I would have said, before this whole COVID thing, I would have said, you can get away with a 2 or 3 season. As long as you're heading south for the winter, you'll be fine. But now we know that you can't necessarily plan for that. Unexpected things happen. So
if you're going to live full time,
if you have the option, and if you're going to be full time, I would recommend getting a 4 seasons rig. Yeah, for sure.
There's still a lot of people that will buy a tent trailer that pops up and but opens up.
But not for full time.
No, not for full time. But there's a lot of people in Canada that will buy a tent trailer.
Yeah.
Why? Because they're not living in it full time, and they choose the seasons.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
and some of them even do camp in winter.
Yeah, it depends where you are. So John Chalker has some really good advice. He says another thing is also to be prepared 3 days before the cold snap happens or the cold season happens. Yeah. Get extra food on hand, getting a couple gallons of milk, have some water, a couple loaves of bread, whatever you need. So
hey,
that's very good advice.
There was a few people this last fall and winter that said have 2 weeks of supplies on hand.
Yeah.
So maybe we took care of that advice or whatever, but we had enough propane. We had the food supplies.
Oh, yes. When it comes to propane, Greg and Shelley have an awesome piece of advice, but you have to go check out their video before you'll know what that advice is. But definitely go check out we say propane, they say propane, whatever. But just go check out their video so you can know
is it
the
propane?
Trick about propane.
Or is it propane?
It's propane.
There you go.
And yes, Kathy Ott, the sun will come out tomorrow.
Yes.
It really will.
And it
we
did.
Know it. We know it.
And now it's raining, but I got that drone footage when it wasn't raining, so that was good.
Exactly. Okay, you guys are just commenting like so much. I love the chat. This is fantastic. So good. So good. Excellent. All right.
It's fun to all come together.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
great.
You can't fly your drone when it's minus 36 outside.
Why?
I don't know. That's what Mivna says. Michelle.
Michelle in
Quebec.
In Quebec? Well, there's a curfew, so you can't fly at night either.
Brenda Petzold is in the house. Nice to see you, Brenda. Love your droning, she says.
Thank you.
Yes, he's drone.
Yeah, like I
drones on.
Yeah, I know. I drone on and on and on and on. Same tone. I never change it. I always sound the same. I do want to put together a drone for newbies. There's a few people that are in lockdown or, like they're just restricted from travel. So getting a drone might just be the right way for you to say, hey, I want to experience something more.
Yes. Exactly. Grassroots Living says, bonsoir, mes amis, to Justin and Christina, as well as anyone else from Quebec or Ontario. A lot of people from Quebec and Ontario speak French. The rest of the country, not so much.
Now, what does that mean in English? Does that mean...
Bonsoir?
Does that mean ain't nobody got time for that?
No. Bonsoir means good evening.
Okay.
Art of RVing is in bed by 8 p.m. anyway. Actually, that was a question I was wondering. I'm like, what time does everybody go to bed? Like, if you're a full-time RVer and you're kind of, semi-retired or, maybe you have still a job that you're doing, but you're doing it on the road, maybe flexible schedule. Like, I don't know. I'm a night owl. I usually go to bed. Normally, I go to bed between 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning. So,
true.
Definitely not 8 p.m. Excellent. All right. We got Craig Johnson is hello from the free state of South Dakota.
Yeah, that's right. Craig, South Dakota, man.
We are so jealous.
You guys are rocking it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
And you guys are doing well. Yeah. You guys are doing really well.
Exactly. Yeah, MJM says even a Four Seasons rig would need preparations for severe cold. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You would need to have a lot of these same skirting and all that stuff.
When I was driving to Calgary, I did stop at the side of the road. Nice little truck stop area. Just a little bit of sightage. And I did fly my drone, and it was really cold. And it was snowing a little bit. And it was great. I sent it out over the valley, came back. You know what's nice about a drone and YouTubing? You only need 4 seconds of good footage.
You go
maybe
up, you fly out, come
8
back,
seconds of good footage. Like, it's not like you need to get 10 minutes solid of anything.
Yeah.
So you can have 8 seconds over here, 8 seconds over there, put it together. It looks like, wow.
Call Me Vi is in the house. She says, hello, beautiful people. Hello to you, beautiful person. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up tonight. Desert Adventures in Arizona are here. They said hello to everybody. And you guys are just having lots of fun here tonight.
We are going to love visiting Arizona in the winter
and meeting so many of you face to face,
because man, we just had to put it off for a year.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be even better next year.
Exactly.
There you go.
Exactly. And Gary Roman's in the house. Summer plans. Hopefully the current situation restrictions end soon. Thank you for the segue,
Lisa
Gary.
was asking about that.
That was our next topic of conversation. So let's talk about plans for the future. Now, we did at one point said on one of our videos that we were planning on going to the Yukon for the summer.
Yep.
I was born in Whitehorse, Yukon. We would love to go back. We took the motorcycle there a couple of years ago, but we just kind of didn't spend a lot of time up there. We'd like to go take the RV.
Yeah, because then we could actually stay for a little bit.
But unfortunately, it looks like there's still going to be a lot of travel restrictions. I know the Parks Canada, I think it's Parks Canada and BC Parks are not allowing reservations yet. So
you just said
BC Parks said that they're opening their reservations on March 8th. So you heard it here first, folks.
March 8th, guys.
March 8th.
Be on your computer ready to go.
Plans, get some reservations going, because a lot of people will be traveling in Canada that can't go to the States or even fly. A lot of people will be flying normally in the summer and they're not. So anyway, all that to say, I don't think we are going to go to the Yukon just because there's a lot of discouragement. It's not technically illegal yet, I don't think, but it could be, right?
We're going to do the next best thing.
But we are going to travel.
Going to Alberta and going up to the Northwest Territories and in that area.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be traveling Alberta.
Yeah.
We'll be showing you guys some of the amazing, beautiful sights of that incredible province. There's some really pretty things to see in Alberta. And then we're heading north. We'll go up to Fort McMurray, and then we'll head up to Fort Smith, maybe.
And I'm going to write a book called Gold Panning for Dummies. And you should
probably gold pan first.
That's why I'm doing it.
Anyway, so yeah, we will be heading north. Most of our summer plans will be in Alberta, and then some into Northwest Territories. There aren't a lot of roads up there, so we'll go where we can, and of course, bring you all with us because it's going to be super fun. So, yeah, that's our plan. If things do open up and they loosen all of the travel restrictions, and we can kind of go anywhere, we might still go up to Whitehorse and do the Yukon and head up to Yukon and then up to Tuktoyaktuk.
Yeah.
So we'll be going north, whether we go north on the west side or north kind of farther east.
Now, MJM says that she thinks that there's going to be a lot of travel restrictions. Yes, but we're hearing a lot of rumors right now that there's going to be intra-provincial opportunities.
Yeah, that they're going to allow...
So people from Vancouver can go anywhere in BC type of thing.
That's what we've heard.
People in Alberta can go anywhere in Alberta. That's sort of the idea, just like last year in the summer.
And because we're Alberta residents, we should be allowed to travel throughout the province. So that's kind of our plan. Yeah.
There you go. Roman wants to buy the book. There you go.
It might be pretty short.
I'll include coordinates.
Exactly.
And I'll take everything I get, and I'm like, this is amazing. I'll go to the place where you cash it all in, and I'll say, is this worth anything? And they'll say, sorry, no.
Living the Silver Life has to go. Thanks for hanging out tonight, you guys. It was fun to see you.
Good night.
Alrighty. Yes, so Imperial RVing is here. Welcome. I don't know that I've seen you before. You might be new to our channel, so thanks for hanging out and joining us tonight. That's awesome.
Excellent.
We went to a beautiful beach at Slave Lake. That's from Econobox Garage. So Slave Lake is pretty far north, so we'll go check that out.
That'd be cool.
And maybe we can travel with friends.
Ooh.
That would be fun to have a couple of other RVers or campers or people to join us. That would be fantastic. That would be super fun. Know your constitutional rights before traveling from Call Me Vi. We are very familiar with our constitutional rights. As you know, I think you commented a couple of times on our video last time. So yeah, definitely we will know what is legal, what's not allowed, what's recommended, what's not recommended, and we'll know how to play it safe.
And we'll take some advice
and all those good things.
From the Justice Center.
Yeah.
So we know what our constitutional rights are from that legal standpoint.
Yeah, the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms in Canada, I think is what they're called.
Yeah.
And if you don't know any of that stuff, if you've never heard of them before, go check them out on the web because they have some really awesome causes and cases that they're working towards right now. So yeah, that's a really good place. So yeah. Oh, wow. Imperial RV, you've been watching us since we started? Thanks. I feel like we're friends now.
I'm blushing.
Exactly. That's awesome. Thanks for commenting and hanging out.
Thanks for sticking it out.
Exactly. So I don't know. Sometimes people are watching our live streams and they never comment, or they very, very rarely comment. And our last live stream, we did a giveaway of our beautiful Living Light RV mug. And on this side, it says Grabbing Life by the Tail. You can get them in different colors.
And they were the white ones.
And we had a person who won.
Yeah, we got two people that won, but we only got the details of how to send out
one of the mugs. So we're looking for Monte Carlo.
Yes.
So if Monte Carlo, if you're watching right now and
or
you're
if
just
you
not
know
commenting,
who that is,
or you know who that is,
you can contact them.
Yeah, get him to send us an email so that we can send him a mug because we don't have his address. So just send us an email at hello@livinglightrv.com and we'll go ahead and send you that mug. So that'd be awesome. 77 Crepo just sent us a super chat. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you too. Woo woo for super chat.
Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. That's awesome. That means a lot to us. That's fantastic. What a blessing. You're amazing.
He's taken care of our family so many times. Okay.
I know. He's amazing. So
maybe,
go ahead.
Maybe Monte Carlo just doesn't want the mug.
Well, I'm going to say if Monte Carlo doesn't contact us in the next, let's give him 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then we'll do another giveaway and we'll give away that mug.
Okay.
So, yeah. So Monte Carlo, if you're out there, send us an email. And Robert Webb says you have to stay in your own province. Yeah, so that makes sense. We'll pretty much stick around in Alberta. If we can scoot into the Northwest Territories, we will. There's an interesting relationship between Alberta and NWT because NWT's residents quite often will pop into Alberta just to get supplies and stuff because you're talking about so far up north and there aren't as many resources and cities and places to buy stuff. So it's probably a looser border connection there. So why are you showing my dirty kettle?
Because it's our kettle.
Oh, I finally catch a live. Still love your kettle. Yes. Oh, Call Me Vi. Got it. I got it. I'm like, what is he talking about? Yes, we still have that kettle and we do love it for sure. And Mel and Eddie have the same one because they won the giveaway when we did that
right.
one. Yes, they did. Alrighty.
What else do I have in the lineup here for you guys?
What else do we have on the lineup? So that's our plan.
While we keep talking, we'll just show you this scene, but we'll keep talking.
Okay.
Keep talking.
We're pretty good at
this was today
talking.
while I was getting ready to set up the live stream.
Yeah. So the snow is starting to melt, but we had a little bit of a flurry this afternoon, and it will be melting again soon.
There's music on this one. Sorry. Okay, it's almost over. There you go.
So one other thing we wanted to just talk with you guys about tonight, because we always like to kind of give you guys some encouragement and some sort of support and a good message. And that is to stay positive, because I know a lot of our plans have changed and a lot of your plans have changed as far as being able to camp. Like we were just talking about, you have to stay in your own province. I don't know what the rules are in the States. You might have different rules for different states or different areas of your country. So it can be super frustrating. And I know we did a video a couple of weeks ago where we were really frustrated about the lockdowns and about some of the decisions that our government was making. And we are still frustrated about those things for sure.
Yeah.
But we also realize that we just have to learn to grab life by the tail, no matter where we are, no matter what's happening. And even if it is if life turns out differently than what we expected.
Yeah. And one thing you have to remember is there's a lot of fear being pushed, and that can be scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
It says it's really bad. It's really bad. It's really bad. And it's like, I don't want to hear that 1,000 times in 1 hour.
Yeah, which is why you need to watch YouTube videos of people that you love that are encouraging and supportive and fun and life-giving, right?
So one thing Lisa and I did is we bought 10 coffees. And we drove.
That was fun, yeah.
And we drove down to the rest area where there's some permanent residents for a while. And we knocked on doors and said, "Do you want a coffee?"
Yeah, living in their RVs.
There was one guy that he said he's traveled to New York. He's been on the road for decades.
He's been everywhere, man. He's been everywhere, man.
He's been in the rural parts of New York and such, and he's just, hey, thanks for stopping by. We gave out about 7 coffees that day. It was awesome.
It was awesome. Camping Therapy is in the house. Nice for joining us. Thanks for joining us, you guys. That's awesome. Yes, fear is not truth. It's just important, I think, right now in our world, in our society, in this time of history, to seek truth. Like whatever means is necessary, find truth. Look past the mass media, look past what the common sort of narrative is out there, and just find the truth and find sources to back it up and all that kind of stuff. So truth will set you free, and it will set you free from fear.
That's what it sets
and
you
we're not
free
saying
from.
to not be careful or to throw caution to the wind.
At the same time, love your neighbor.
No truth. Yeah, be kind to each other.
Seriously, love your neighbor.
Yes. Okay? Yes, absolutely.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Be sensitive. Be out there, but don't be trapped.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
Yeah, and keep your chin up, because nothing lasts forever. So
and the sun will come out tomorrow.
Exactly. So, so what I want you guys to do for the next, we got like 6 minutes left. So go ahead and put into the chat your favorite trip planning app or website, or like, how do you do trip planning? Do you use a map? Do you use Google Maps? Like, what is it that you use for trip planning? Because a lot of RVers are in that phase right now where we're going, okay, that snow in Texas is going to all melt and go away, and it's going to be time for pulling out, even for non-full-timers, for just camping people and people who like to just go out for the weekend.
Justin and Christina said that you can travel interprovincially. The Maritimes are still not going to be open.
Okay.
But interprovincially you can.
Yeah, well, like I said, rules change really fast.
Yeah.
So at least right now you can travel through Canada, but we'll keep an eye on it and we'll just see what happens. So we'll keep our plans flexible. So yeah, go ahead and put in the chat. I know boondocking app, that's what Desert Adventures in Arizona says. That's awesome. And RV Parky is awesome. That's from the Art of RVing. That's great.
Excellent.
Days Great Adventure says Trip Wizard RV Life. Excellent. That's good. Melanetti lost internet and they're back. I know where you guys are at. It's hard to get consistent internet. Yes, exactly. So yeah, go ahead and keep putting those in the comments, and we can transfer those over into the description if we can grab the comments. Sometimes we can't see the comments after our videos.
Is that why Mel and Nettie are losing their internet?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's why they're losing their internet.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Look at Can Do RV, Google Maps, and a random number generator.
There you go.
Where are we going?
Throw the dart.
I was gonna say that reminds me of Dr. Dolittle when they just like stab the middle of the atlas. I guess that's where we're going. Yes, Campendium is a good one. We like that one too. Freecampsites.net is one that we've used quite a bit, especially for boondocking locations. There's always Harvest Host and Boondockers Welcome. Those are two sites that we've checked out before.
And guess what? Talk to the person that you meet.
Yeah.
Because they might give you the secret sauce.
Look,
I know.
Super chat.
Wow,
that's awesome. Thank you.
I don't even have that button that Garrett has that I can push and go.
We need like a cheer. Ozark Pathfinders gave us a super chat.
Wow,
for $9.99. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll just do our own little cheer.
Okay, here's what I'm talking
confetti.
about.
Confetti.
We were in. Okay, where were we?
Thank you so much, you guys. That's fantastic. You are such a blessing to us.
We were in a secret hot tub out in the rural areas of Utah. And the people said, hey, this afternoon, this is really nice, but this morning we were at a secret hike. Mm-hmm. And so we said, how do you get there? They said, go to the second parking lot. We wrote it down. We went on that secret hike. It's true. It's a trail that used to always be populated and signed, but now it's been decommissioned as a public hike. It's still there. Mm-hmm. And
it's just not maintained anymore.
It's just not set up to say, here's where you should hike.
Yeah.
So we followed the directions. We went up a box canyon that got narrower and narrower and narrower. The light was incredible. And we had a blast. And it was because we talked to a person. And also when we were in Kingman, we talked to the guy on the street who said that he couldn't go to the museum, but he's going to the air show. And so we went to an air show.
Our power just flickered.
We didn't know about this air show.
Hopefully we don't lose power. Anyway.
If we lose power to the house, we lose our internet.
I know, exactly. So you guys have some other options here. iOverlander is a great app. Yes, I love that one. That's one of our favorites as well. It's from Grassroots Living. And Kathy Ott says All Stays. So yeah, that's definitely good. All Stays, I think, is an app for iPhones only, but you can get onto their website online. So definitely use those ones as well. So
I don't know if that's secret. Art of RVing.
Yes, Diary of a Family is going to make us a super chat overlay.
Because I do that every time I go to Costco and get the hot dog.
Yes, exactly. It's not Lovelander, it's iOverlander. Exactly. So yes, definitely keep planning, you guys. Keep dreaming, keep looking forward to the future.
Keep your options open, have a plan A, B, and C. And then when things change, go to plan B.
And still be flexible. Because those ones might not work. But just make sure that you are enjoying life. You're grabbing life by the tail. Make sure you're keeping track of your stories. We spell tail, T-A-L-E, on purpose because it's the stories that is what really matters in life.
It's the tale you tell around the campfire.
Exactly.
It's that special word of just saying, hey, I heard something that was really awesome from a guy that lived it. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe gold panning. You know, who knows?
Kent's got gold fever. That's why he's growing
I got gold fever. I'm going there, baby.
Growing his, what is it, your gold miner.
I got my lamb chops, too.
Gold miner beard. Exactly.
I found the money road.
Oh, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It was super fun. Thanks for all of your comments and all of your chats and all of your great advice.
And your super stickers. Wow, thank you guys.
You guys are fantastic. What an amazing community we have. We can't wait to get on the road again, get moving. And just get out there and have some fun and meet some of you and share some of those tales around the campfire. My name is Lisa.
And my name is Kent, and we're Living Light RV.
We are grabbing life by the tail. You guys go have fun. Stay warm, stay safe, and we will see you probably next Thursday.
I think so.
Alrighty. Take care, you guys. Love you all.
How should I end it?
You should just end it.
Just cut it?
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Bye. And...